Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news. What's going on with Star Citizen? What's been happening over the last few days? What's happening in the near future? Well, Alpha 3.24.1 has been released and has since received several hotfixes. That patch is actually in a really good state on live. There are still some bugs, obviously, but most players are now able to have a pretty good time. Get involved, there's a load of stuff happening in-game. They've also been running some server meshing tests on the preview build as part of sort of the development of Alpha 4.0, getting that sort of stuff done. For those more recent tests, CIG focused on 3 servers as a single shard with 500 players on that. And previously they had tried 6 servers with 1,000 players, which was very laggy, and these tests seem to be a lot more smooth from a player's point of view. But CIG are actioning even more improvements based on this data. Expect more and more tests in the coming weeks with different configurations of servers, more players being tested each shard, potentially some more tech coming online, them trying out Pyro Playground, stuff like that. We also know that Cloud Imperium are running RMQ with Alpha 3.24.1 as well, so some more streamlined netcode to help prevent bottlenecks and combat some of the interaction delay, desync, lag, stuff like that. Pirate Week is still ongoing, so we've got until the 30th of September, I believe, along with the Blockade Runner event. So if you want to get involved now. There is an exciting treasure hunt as part of Pirate Week. There's a load of new paints. There's an action-packed Pirate Swarm Arena Commander mode. I suppose that is often around, and more. So challenge coin. If you want to get this Pirate Doubloon challenge coin thing as part of Pirate Week this time, you've got to figure out the treasure map. So the code isn't the hardest to figure out. Basically, there's some clues on a little treasure map, which I'll link down below. It requires you to run around in game, go to a few locations. It doesn't take that much time, but it's a reasonable amount of travel around the verse. If you're dead set against figuring it out yourself, I will put the code or a link to it in the description below. So go search for that in the description below if you are I'll just put the code in. But it is worth doing. It is worth going and actually doing that and finding the things, because it's a cool little orienteering exercise. It's fun, and I want to see Cloud Imperium do more stuff like this in game, and I'd like them to actually have it purely in game as well. They did some stuff with finding Benny Henge originally, like there was clues to find it. What else is there? We've got Pirate Swarm. If you complete that at the moment, you will have the ability to purchase a Pirate Gladius and Caterpillar. They're basically the normal ships, but with the cool pirate skin. The skins are pretty cool. There's loads of ships and skins for sale as well, with a piratey theme to them, including all the older ones, but there's some very cool skull ones now. There's a screenshot competition for showing off all your in-game loots. We have the CDF as well, needing your help in-game for the Blockade Runner global event. The people of Stanton are counting on you to fight back against the encroaching hostile forces. This is amazingly good fun, the Blockade Runner mission. Basically, a low orbit station goes, we need help. Pirates have stolen a load of Zeta Prolonade. You go out, find the pirate ships that have got that, and basically disable them, blow them up, then take their Zeta Prolonade. It's better to disable them so that you can take more of that cargo, and then, well, you have to get it back to the station quickly because it degrades pretty quickly, and fight your way through a blockade. It's a pretty cool, nice little loop of combat and cargo hauling and boarding, but also working as a big group because you need a load of Zeta Prolonade. It is sort of open to everyone on the server, and there are PvPers that are getting involved with it as well. That is part of the mission, basically people trying to make a quick buck. Fantastically good fun though, works really well, doesn't seem to cause servers to implode with population issues and bugs and things like that we've had lots with, like Jump Town and that sort of stuff, and the Siege of Orison. There is another ship sale associated with the Blockade Runner, so take a look at that if you are interested. But if you want one of those ships or to get involved with these events, then you have until the end of the month. But also remember, if you're looking to buy a ship, you can always get all this stuff in-game, but also the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, sort of mid to late November, will allow you to buy pretty much every ship that Star Citizen's ever sold. In some other news, there was a tweet from Disco Lando about recording some of the original soundtrack for Squadron 42/Star Citizen, and it appears that CIG may be making use of the London Symphony Orchestra, maybe, which would make for some really epic music, especially when combined with people like Pedro Camacho, Jeff Zanelli, and Darren Lambourne. In last week's Inside Star Citizen, they talked about engineering gameplay that's coming to 4.0, so this has been a bit updated since we last saw it. It combines life support, fire, ship circuitry, gold standarding of a load of ships, the physicalization of components, repair and replacement of components. Absolutely tons of stuff, and it's been a bit refined as well through the sort of process of having it in Arena Commander and that sort of jazz. They've also added armor as an item to this as well, so ships will have armor, weapons will have penetration values, sort of ballistics, being able to cut through armor, large ballistics entirely penetrating through it. Energy weapons are much more likely to melt armor and damage the armor first, but you're after getting the soft, juicy components underneath that armor, because that then allows you to disable the ship. No more artificial health pools with physicalization of components. You're trying to take out the component. That blended with engineering, which gives you a true sort of multi-crew experience. I'm just very excited to have larger ships in game and actually have a good crew on them, fighting against other crews and other sort of fleets. We learned about some of the 3.24.2 features that are going to be coming out. Basically, this helps alleviate some of the pressure of quite such a bloated patch with 4.0. You've got the new cave archetypes with acidic and rock type caves here. You've got the Zeus Mark IIs, the CL and ES, and you've got those new MFDs, multifunction displays, HUDs, and that sort of stuff for ships that look absolutely amazing. Really streamlines a ton of stuff. Needed it in Star Citizen for ages, and they look, yeah, fantastic. It should really catapult ship combat and flight to another level. In the sneak peek from the newsletter, it looks to be, I believe, part of a Sulen. So, assumedly, this is a Halloween or Day of Vara skin for it. The whole of October is often dedicated to Star Citizen Halloween, Day of Vara. Obviously, this is somewhat overshadowed by CitizenCon towards the end of the month, which well, it's less than a month away, right? It's on the 19th and 20th of October. I'm going to be attending. Really looking forward to that. Expect ship sales, spooky skins, in-game loot to find through the Day of Vara, with masks and stuff like that. They do that every year. Arena Commander often has a mode, spooky skeletons, things like that. And with all that in mind, it is the road to Alpha 4.0, the road to CitizenCon now. We're not getting another Inside Star Citizen episode until after CitizenCon. Expect a little less in the way of CIG content and news over the next month, but then a ridiculous amount from CitizenCon, and then more for the rest of the year. They'll keep on pumping it out. So yeah, 4.0 still targeted for the end of the year. I'm not sure if they do a monthly report for October, if they put two together for November. We'll have to wait and see. There is going to be tons of stuff revealed at CitizenCon, obviously, and we're going to be getting a big sort of info dump on exactly what panels and some other bits and bobs within the next couple of weeks, I would expect. It looks to be reasonably Squadron 42 focused CitizenCon this time, but we'll talk about that in another video, because once we have that CitizenCon info, we'll be able to talk a bit more about expectations and, well, what we know is going to happen. Boom! That's it for your Star Citizen news this time. I am really interested to know what you think about Alpha 3.24.1. Are you playing that at the moment? Are you enjoying sort of the Pirate Week stuff and Blockade Runner? Is that patch broken for you entirely? Is it super playable and fixed all your stuff? Have you been playing in the server meshing tests and helping out with 4.0's development? Do you think 4.0 will still be released by the end of the year? And when you're expecting 3.24.2, are you expecting that for like Intergalactic Aerospace Expo kind of patch? And that also have the Expo and a load of other ships and vehicles in it. Whatever your thoughts or questions though, check them in the comments below. What's in the box? That is what Pandora asked. She was told not to open that box, but she did. The internet is like Pandora's box, full of the chaos of the world. And Pandora basically opened an email attachment asking to help a millionaire prince move money around. Bam! It was Medusa all along. You've turned to stone. Foolish! You should know your Greek mythology. What's not foolish is nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. NordVPN is potentially one of the greatest Greek mythological heroes. It helps protect you from the terrors of the internet, helping you be more secure and private, while also giving you great accessibility. You can use my links down below to get NordVPN cheap. September, we've got a giveaway. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and this month is no different. We're giving away 5 ships this month. Actually, that is a bit different. That's 4 more than normal. We're going to give each of them to a different winner. We've got a Nomad, an X1, a Sulen, a Mustang Alpha, and a 100i. They all come with access to the game and lifetime insurance. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning any of those is comment on any of my videos made during the month on YouTube. I want to say a massive thank you to all our patrons and channel members. Your support allows us to make daily content. You are the best. And you should consider joining them by clicking the join button under my videos. It goes a long way in helping us, as does commenting, sharing videos, liking, all of that jazz. You do not have to chuck money at us. But if you want to, I'm not going to stop you. Thanks for watching and have a great September.